So I don't trust you. And quite frankly, I don't like you. So I'm not doing that, hey girl, hey, like, no, we're not doing none of that. Get out of my face and leave me alone. Do your job, okay? Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. I need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my move. Hey it's TheBreeze, and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. If this is not your first time here, you already know we locked in, friend. Either way, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to support your girl some more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of me, follow me on Instagram, TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. And if you have looked at my TikTok and you see, dang girl, you're not even on there, I just got back on there. So definitely go check that out. I got different content throughout all platforms, so it's not like you're seeing the same thing. But Instagram is really where I'm at most of the time. But anyway, actually, YouTube, I've been locked in with y'all for the last month, like more than anything. But anyway, y'all been asking for this video, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is part 3 of my crazy, weird friend coworker situation, right? So where I left off is I had just left the house in, what's his name? Atlanta, and I always think of Flunky. We just gonna call him Flunky. You know that's Atlanta friend. So Atlanta, Flunky, and white girl, I left them at the house or whatever. She said she was cool, so I left. So now it's like the next day, evening time, nighttime, and I get a call from my man, Atlanta, and he's telling me how he had to kick white girl out of his house. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, why did you have to kick her out of the house? And he was like, y'all, I just gotta tell y'all now, I don't even know how to lead up to it because it's like, what? He was like, girl, well, he ain't say girl, but he was like, yeah, because she was naked in my bed. I had to tell him, hold up. What? I was just so confused. How do we get from, like, I just couldn't take it. So I'm just like, wait. Back up to when I left. Like, what happened when I left? And tell me the whole story. Like, it's just not, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2 here. I just don't understand. So he like, yeah, she was naked in my bed. I'm like, no, babe, back up. Like, what happened when I left? So he was like, all right, because he was kind of a little hype, and I was just like, no, like, I need to hear this whole story. I need to know every little detail about what's going on, because I can't say that I didn't expect this from her, but at the same time, I'm a little surprised at her being naked in my man's bed. Like, I don't get it. So he calms down a little bit, and he starts to tell me the story. So basically, what he's telling me is when he came back in the house, she was kind of staring him down. And mind you, I told you in the last story, he said that she was staring at him weird when we had went in the room. So he was just looking at her, and then he just didn't say nothing, and he went in the room. So homeboy Flunky knocked on the door a little bit later and was like, hey, so-and-so need this, so you got to handle that. I don't want to get too much into the business. So he was like, we can both go. And then that's when Atlanta was like, nah, I don't want her in the house by herself. Like, when is she leaving? And he was like, nah, she's just gonna chill with us for the day, you know, but we need to handle this together. So Atlanta's like, no, I was not about to leave her in my house. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go handle this. You stay here with her because that's your company. Y'all, this damn scarf is irritating me. It keeps coming up, and I don't like that. Hold on. All right, if you see it rising again, let me know, friend, because I don't like that. I'm trying to be cute for y'all, but anyway. So yeah, so he goes and handle his business. So when he comes back, why are they on the couch? Not Atlanta. Well, I don't know. This is the story he telling me. But I believe him. Y'all might call me crazy, but I believe my man over my friend, because she not my friend. But anyway, so she, white girl and Flunky is on the couch when he opens the door. And he was like, it was so weird because, like, the couch, how do I explain it? The door, the couch, the TV, right? So when you walk in, he will walk in and go this way to go to his room. and the couch is right here. So he's sitting, Flunky is sitting, and white girl is riding. So she's riding and she's looking at the door. So mind you, they both obviously probably heard him come in the door, but they didn't stop. And he was like, it was so weird because she was just staring at him and like biting her lip and staring. He was like, yo, what the fuck? And then that's when Funky kind of threw her off of him. And then, you know, they stopped or whatever. So he said he went in his room. And here go Flunky again, knocking on his door. And he was like, yo, like, let me talk to you real quick. And he was like, yo, when is she leaving? This is so weird. Like, when is she leaving? So he was like, well, she don't want to leave without, basically, she want us to run a choo, choo, choo on her. It's crazy because my homegirl, was on Instagram asking people, which is a weird conversation, but you know, weird things pop up. But because when she said this, I really started thinking about it. She was like, how many chuggers come before a choo choo? And I'm like, chugga, chugga, choo, choo. I was thinking that. I didn't respond to her because I didn't know if I was wrong. Because then I also was thinking, chugga, 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 choo, choo. So I don't know. But yeah, they was having this debate. But anyway, it just made me think of it because I had to say chugga. I mean, I had to say choo, choo instead of TRAIN because YouTube be tripping or whatever. But anyway, so cool. He like, yeah, so basically Flunky is telling Atlanta that white girl wants them to run a chugga chugga choo choo on her. And he was like, dog, are you stupid? Like, no, I'm not doing that. And he was like, well, you know, whatever. So basically he's saying no. And Flunky is like, come on, like the coochie, the pom pom is good. She give good Glock 3000. Like, why wouldn't you want to do it? Like, she's saying that she could take both of us. And he was like, that's weird. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I talked to her homegirl. I'm not about to mess with her. And he was like, Flunky said something slick like, well, did you get some last night? Flunky. Flunky. Why are you worried about what he got last night? If he got some cutty last night.
I ain't gonna lie. I got some cutty last night.
Stop lying. You ain't got no cutty. But your little scrawny ass.
Why are you worried about that? Like, is his cutty making your cutty cuddle? Like, what? Like, why would that even be a thing? And I said that to him, like, why is he worried about that? And he was like, Atlanta was like, that's why I told him, like, get out my business. Like, that don't even matter. So he was like, listen, she ain't charging nothing. She just want to get on board. All aboard. She just want that to happen. He was like, yo, get the fuck out of my room. Like, get out of my room with this crazy stuff. So he kissed him out of the room. So time goes on. And he went out the room and both of them wasn't there. So he thinking everything is cool. So then basically he went to the bathroom, took a shower, boom, boom. So I don't know how it happened because he really don't know how it happened. But long story short, when he gets out the bathroom, he goes into his room. Old girl is in his bed with her panties and bra on. And he was like, yo, like, what are you doing? And then Flunky comes and like, bro, like, she won't stop asking for you. I'm telling you, it's going to be cool. So they're basically trying to force him into a chugga chugga choo. They trying to force him into sliding old girl. And it's like, yo, if somebody has to force you to do that, it's like, something is wrong. Like, something is wrong. So he was like, yo, get the fuck out. Like, get out of my house. I'm not doing it. Like, get your stuff. Why are you in my bed? Because my bae don't play about his bed. Like, he don't play. So he like, nah, just get the F out. Like, dog, I told you I'm not trying to do that. Like, get out of here. Why are you on my bed with that? So he looking at her like, why are you on my bed with that? Well, I don't know if he was looking at her, but the way he was very animated, so I could kind of picture everything that was going on. And he was like, she said something to the extent like, I want you. Like, I want you. Breeze can't do for you what I could do for you. She not gonna do nothing with you because she got a boyfriend. She just gonna use you for your money, and I can really do more for you. And flunky is just not enough for me. I know that you will be enough. Like, what? So he said, I ain't even address her. He looked at Flunky like, yo, get this bitch out of my room right now before I kick both y'all out. And then Flunky was like, what you mean? He said Flunky ain't even say nothing to him. He just looked at white girl like, what you mean I'm not enough? Because obviously she's spinning it to him like she just want to have a good time with both of them. But now that Atlanta is in her room, she telling him like, he's not enough for me. I want both of y'all. So really, she don't even want Flunky. She just want Atlanta. And I feel like it's two reasons. Like, I do believe, of course, like she did want him from the beginning. But I think it's also more like she wanted to get at me. Like, she did not want me to have that man. And she could not wait to come back and tell me that she slept with him or whatever. So basically, like, listen, get the fuck out of my room, both of y'all. So he was about to, like, put his hands on her because she was not moving and she's naked on her bed. So he was like, and he was like, I don't even want to tell you. I'm like, tell me everything. Like, don't miss a detail. I want to hear it all. He was like, I do not put my hands on women, but I really was about to snatch her ass out of my bed because I don't like that. You just got done humping on him and you've been wearing these panties for 2.5 days. Not even really 2.5 days, a day and a half. But he said, you've been wearing these panties for 2.5 days and you keep getting fucked. And now you on my bed. Like, yo. But he was like, he was about to, like, not rush towards her, but I guess Flunky seen what was going on, so he ran up to her and was like, come on, babe. Like, let's just get out of here. And she was like begging, like, come on, Atlanta. Like, if you don't want to do the choo-choo, then let me just do you. Like, she's begging at this point. And I said to him, like, boy, you lying. Like, you're lying. I'm thinking like he's playing. He's like, no, I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. Like, she was begging me to sleep with her. And that's when Flunky was like, come on, girl, let's get out of here. Like, first it was babe, but then when he said that, it was like, come on, girl, let's get out of here. When she said that, it's like, come on, girl, let's get out of here. So he was like, I just didn't know what to do. I put my clothes on and I left. He was like, I put my clothes on. He was like, I ain't even greased up. I put my clothes on and I left because I literally wanted to hit her. So I'm just like, yo, like, I don't know if I believe this man because I really don't know him. And it sounds so far-fetched. Like, I know she's been weird. I know, like, I don't trust her. She's really not my friend. But the choo-choo and the begging and being naked on his bed is crazy. So I'm like, nah, I don't know. I said, I know that's not my friend for real, but like, why would she do that? Like, I know she liked you, but you making it seem like she was real pressed over you. Because dudes, in my experience, dudes be doing that. Like, they'll try to make you think girls want them so bad so you can want them more. Because girls really do be doing that. Like, when they see a lot of girls want a man, even if they don't really want him, like, they'll start to want him more because other women want him. I'm like, nah, I don't know. He like, man, listen, Flunky. So he called Flunky, and Flunky told me the same story. And I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like, I don't understand. Because I just didn't believe, yeah, that's his homeboy, and you could say, yeah, he was lying too. But I just didn't believe that Flunky would make himself look that crazy for his friend. Like, obviously, this would have happened. He was like, yeah, you got some other friends? Because I'm done with that beat. Like, he just talking crazy about her, Flunky. He was like, yeah, I know my boy, he don't play. He really like you because he ain't really turning down no P like that. And Atlanta, like, get like, all right, you not said enough, but he just kept going a little bit. He was like, yeah, I need another friend because she obviously loose, and it wasn't that tight anyway. It wasn't like floppy, but it wasn't that tight. Just talking crazy about her. So I'm like, listen, I don't know. I ain't got no friends. Like, I don't have no friends down here. So he like, well, you need to call up some of your Delaware friends. Tell them I'll fly them out. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, you haven't paid for one thing since I've been around you. And I ain't been around you a lot, but still, you haven't paid for one thing. It's been 3 occasions where you could have pulled out your wallet and you didn't. So, yeah, my friends ain't fooling with you. Like, no, not even. And my friend's not even like on no trying to get ninjas for money or nothing. But still, I wouldn't even put my friend on you because you're a flunky. Like, you're not spending no money. And I would rather my man spend my money on me than my man spend my money on me, you, and a homegirl. Like, no, no, ain't got nothing for you. Atlanta, like, no. So anyway, so Flunky get off the phone, and Lena like, yeah, I don't want her around me no more. Like, don't bring her around. I'm like, I'm about to call her, and I'm about to cuss her out. And he was like, nah, don't say nothing or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna not say nothing. Like, she's gonna be in my face next weekend and thinking that it's sweet. So before we even get to the job, I'm not even like, nah, I'm gonna say something. So he was like, nah, just don't say nothing, babe. It's cool. You got a solid one on you. I'm not worried about her. Da-da-da-da-da. And for me, it was deeper than just him. Like, you're doing the most. Like, you're doing the most. And it's like, bro, what woman really puts herself out like that? Obviously a 304. But who is really going to do all of that? Especially knowing that your homegirl is already, like, on him. Like, I don't understand. So, whatever. I'm like, listen, I'm calling her. He like, babe, just for me, just cool out. Just see if she texts you and just wait at least a day. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's already around 6, 7 o'clock. Like, all right, cool. I'll let her breathe for the night. For you. Off the strip for you. When I tell you that man called me early in the morning, mind you, we was on the phone for a long time. He called me early in the morning like, please, just give her another day. Please, just give her another day. So now that's making me like, you're trying to, I don't know. I just felt weird about him because, again, I don't really know him like that. So now I'm just thinking like, why are you so pressed for me not to say nothing to her? Like, something about the story gotta be a lie. Like, I just felt like something was a lie. Now, mind you, we're not on FaceTime when we was talking. We was just on regular phone. So, mind you, I'm writing everything down. Like, in my notes, like, I got 2 phones. So, I'm writing everything down in my notes, like, just the little tidbits of what he's telling me. So, I make sure, like, somebody's story, if it don't add up to what he's telling me, like, I'm just making sure I got all the facts. Because I'm not, like, I'm hot. I'm mad. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I wanted that to be my man. Like, he got money, he got style, he got soft lips, and when we was hugging all tight, I could feel it was something there that I could work with. So, you know, it's just like, he's checking off boxes and he fine. Did I mention that he was fine? So it's like, yeah, no, I don't play by my ninja, even though he's not my ninja, but I don't play. Like, and he's a vibe. Like, he's a cool vibe. So I'm like, nah, I'm saying something to her. So he's trying to keep me off on the phone. And I'm like, my phone about to die. I'm going to call you back. He was like, you ain't got no charger? And I just was like, I'm going to call you back. Because even though we locked in, friend, like, we had this whole thing together all night, but you're still not my man for real. So you're not about to tell me what to do. I entertain you, like, thinking that you could tell me, oh, just wait till this and wait till then. Okay, cool. But now I don't really trust none of you hoes. Like, I don't trust none of y'all. So, no, I need to get to the bottom of this. So, I hangs up on him. Bam. He texts me. I'm just not, whatever. I text her because I don't necessarily ever call her. But this is not a phone conversation type of deal. So, I text her. I'm like, hey, you busy? Like clockwork. She texts me right back like, no, what's up? So, I was like, I'm about to call you. And I seen the dots, but then nothing. So I gave it like 3 minutes. It wasn't even a full 5 minutes. And I called her. She did not answer. And I was like, I just called you. I thought you wasn't busy. Nothing. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not about to press too hard because I'm not pressed, you know. But at the same time, I do want to know the information. I'm not about to text you about it. I want you to answer the phone. So I feel like she wanted me to text back and forth with her about it because she knew what I was texting her about. Because literally outside of Thursday, sometimes a Thursday, Fridays and Saturdays, like, we're not talking. So eventually she ended up calling me back. Eventually she ended up calling me back maybe like 15, 20 minutes later. And she was like, hey girl, my bad. I got busy. So I just be checking temperature. I'm like, are you busy now? And she was like, no, what's going on? And I was like, what happened at Atlanta house? Because I had learned from my baby daddy, aka Finesse, to not give girls too much information. I used to run it down to the girl and run it down to my baby dad, like, oh, she said this or he said that. Like, no, let me just ask you a smooth question to get your answer, and then we can go from there. So I'm like, what happened at Atlanta house? And she was like, what you mean? I'm like, what happened after I left? Like, when did you leave? And she was like, girl, I was just hanging out for the day. I'm like, oh, okay, what happened throughout the day? And she was like, nothing. We was just chilling and smoking and drinking and da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh. I said, so you didn't get kicked out? And she was like, kicked out? What do you mean? I didn't get kicked out. What? What time is it? 7:38. Yeah. Call Marco's, GPS, the closest Marco's, and call them and see if you know our address. Call them and see if they deliver. And then you can come back and thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. Love you. Where was I? All right, so I'm like, yeah, so you didn't get kicked out? She was like, kicked out? Like, who would kick me out? You already know Flunky is on my heels. Like, that man loved me, and I be trying to, like, I had to, basically she trying to say she had to beg him to leave. He wanted her to stay. I'm like, that's not what Atlanta told me. And she was like, well, what did Atlanta tell you? And now I feel like you're doing too much. I was like, girl, let me call you right back. Because at this point, it's just like, I don't know who to trust. So now, I got to take it back. I got to take it old school. And I'm going to put you hoes on three-way. So I didn't, and y'all might say I'm wrong for this. Like, because I told her, I'm like, let me call you right back. And I hung up the phone. I didn't even give her a chance to do nothing. If this was my real friend, I would have let my friend know first instead of letting the man know first. But at this time, Atlanta had done nothing wrong to me, and she had been doing the most. But I still didn't trust him 100%. So I calls him back. He answers first ring. So I'm like, listen, white girl is acting like nothing happened. So I'm about to have you on three-way, and I need you to confirm everything that you told me. And I'm still testing him, and he like, all right, cool, no problem. Like, cool, no problem. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm about to call her. Don't say nothing until I cue you in, like, you know. So I call her on three-way. You know, it take a little bit for you to connect and be able to merge and do all of that. So I got them both on three-way. And I'm like, so you're saying that you didn't get kicked out of their house? Like, nobody kicked you out? And she was like, absolutely not. Like, why would, who kicked me out? Why would they kick you out? So I didn't even get to say anything. Like I said, I told Atlanta, let me cue you in. So Atlanta comes on the phone. He like, but you know I kicked you out of my fucking house because he just starts spazzing. I'm like, Atlanta, chill. He like, nah, because she trying to ruin everything we got going on. She's a hoe. She this, she that, she grimy. That's not your friend. Like, he's just going ham. I'm like, Atlanta, be quiet before I hang up on you. So he was quiet. So I'm like, so Atlanta told me. Now I can tell you, running down everything he told me because he's on the phone. I'm like, well, white girl, make sure she was still on the phone. She was like, yeah, like, what's going on? I said, I had to get Atlanta on the phone because you're making it seem like nothing happened. And what he told me is disgusting. And I don't understand what's going on. I need to get to the bottom of it. And y'all the only two who know what's going on besides Flunky. And we don't need a fourth party here. But anyway, so Atlanta told me, my bad, y'all. My son I'm trying to give him more big boy responsibilities and still gotta hold his hand. But anyway, he only 13. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, so Atlanta told me that you're trying to fuck him and you wanted them to run a chugga choo choo on you. And he had to kick you out of his house because you was naked on his bed. And when I said that, it was like nothing. And I'm like, my bad, y'all. I had to help him. He was on the phone with him. Well, I didn't have to help, but I was just listening. You know how you let your child do something, but you got to see if they're doing it right or listen to make sure it's going down right. But he did what he was supposed to do. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm like, I said all of that, and it was crickets. She didn't say nothing. And I was like, hello? And she was like, yeah. And then Atlanta was like, speak. You out here lying on me. So I'm like, Atlanta, please chill. Let the girl talk. And he was like, she ain't saying nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. Just chill. I'm like, so white girl, is that right or wrong? And she was like, well, it didn't really go like that. Like, they was trying to do that with me. So I'm like, so they was trying to do a chugga-chugga-choo on you? And before she could even say anything, he was like, bitch, you better not let me see you again. Are you serious? I would never put my near you. And then she was like, no, I'm not saying that you was trying to do that to me, but that's what Lord Jesus. That's what Flunky was trying to do. And I was like, okay, if he wants to do it, then I'll do it. And he was like, man, Flunky. So now he get Flunky on the phone. He's saying, so whose idea was it to do the chugga choo choo? And he was like, it was white girl idea. She was begging me to do it with you. And I was like, so white girl, they saying that you the one that wanted to do it. She was like, man, I don't know. I just can't deal with this right now. Like, and she hung up the phone. So that told me everything. Like, she didn't have 200% say that she did it, but the fact that first you're acting like nothing happened, and then you're saying that first of all, you was down to do the chugga choo choo regardless. So second or third of all, you just hung up the phone once your man said no, you was the one that was trying to do it. So now it's confirming what Atlanta said. I'm like, yo. So Atlanta was like, call her back. I'm like, no, I'm not calling her back. He was like, Flunky, what's her number? I'm like, listen, if you call that girl back, just delete my number. Like, because you're getting a little too invested now. Like, you know, I appreciate that you have my back. I appreciate you on this 3-way call, but I don't like no sassy man. I just needed proof. I just need to understand that you was telling the truth. I'm sorry that you had to, like, prove yourself this way. But let's not take it no further than this. This is not, like, this don't really... I understand she lying on your name, but I don't believe her now. Like, she did everything she needs to do to show me, like, what she was on and all of that. So he was like, what you mean, delete your number? I said, this is, like, not a man situation. You did what you needed to do. So if you feel like you got to take it a step further and you need to argue with that girl outside of talking to me, then just, you don't have to worry about me. He was like, no, babe, I just don't like that. I don't want you believing her. And I had to explain to her, like, that I don't believe her. Like, I don't believe her. I see that she's lying, because if that was me, oh, no. You niggas is playing with the right one. If y'all spreading that up on my name, like, no. Even if I was down for the chugga choo choo. If I didn't initiate it and now you're trying to say it was on me, I'm standing up for myself regardless. So it's like, no, you don't have to do anything. So we just on the phone, whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, like, she got another thing coming. He was like, I don't want you out here fighting over me. First of all, if I fought her, it wouldn't be over you. Second of all, nobody said I was going to fight her. But she got another thing coming if she thinks she's about to be in my face. So anyway, next weekend we go in and she not there. Friday or Saturday, she ain't there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm doing it by myself. The nights wasn't like popping or whatever, but it was cool. I'm doing it by myself. And one of the nights I did go hang out with Atlanta. I guess, I don't know if you really need that information because ain't nothing really happened. I hung out with him, and Flunky wasn't there. And I don't know where he was, but he wasn't there. And we were just chilling. We ain't do nothing or whatever. So cool. We were just chilling, kissing and watching movies, blowing it down, getting a little lit. Cool, whatever. So Florida hit me up the next weekend and was like, so you got a boyfriend now? And mind you, Florida would hit me up from time to time, but it wasn't like nothing like that. If you see my other story time, like, this is before the whole, like, him trying to be my sugar daddy and all of that. But he did show a little interest in me or whatever, and he was cool to me. So he was like, you got a boyfriend? I'm like, who told you that? Because I already know where you got it from. So he was like, white girl told me that you got a boyfriend and you don't want to work here no more and da-da-da-da. She said, what? I don't want to, mind you, this is text messages. So she said, he said, white girl said you got a boyfriend now and you don't want to work here anymore. Is that true? Don't let these ninjas stop your money. So I text him back because I wanted to call him so bad, but I'm like, I want everything to be on paper. So I text him back. I'm like, I don't have a boyfriend and I want to work by myself. Period. So he was like, yeah, she was sick last weekend, but she is going to work this weekend. I'll make sure that y'all work together, but I'll separate make sure everything is separated. Because like I said, sometimes we would work the sections by ourselves, but I'm like, I want to work alone. I said, okay, and please tell me anything else that she tells you about me because she's on some weird shit. And he wrote back, okay, I told you. Like, okay, I told you. So let's just fast forward to the weekend. So me and Atlanta is still cool. Like, we don't really see each other outside of the weekends, but on the weekends, like, we be seeing each other, but we talk every day. So it was Friday, and he wanted to take me out to lunch before I go. Well, kind of dinner or whatever before I go. So we go out to dinner. We just talking, chilling, blowing down, taking a couple shots, whatever. That was just our thing. Like, talk, chill, eat, blow it down, take shots, and kiss on each other because... Anyway, so boom, we did that. I left my car at his house and he drove me to the club or whatever. So as he drove me, like, we seen white girl walking in. So I'm just like, because we typically walk in the back. So he took me like to the back parking lot or whatever. So as she's walking in, I'm just like, yo, like, and he like, babe, like, please don't mess up your money. Don't worry about that girl, da-da-da. So telling me everything my man should be telling me, But it was just like, I just don't want to hear it because in my mind, if she say one thing to me, I'm cussing her out. And that's exactly what happened, but we'll get there. So, cool. So I'm just like, all right, I'm not in, like, we just kissing and I'm just like, all right, cool, because I don't want I don't want Florida to see me kissing this man because at the end of the day, yes, I like him, but you're not about to mess up my perks. Like, not the people, but like, you're not gonna make this man treat me regular. Like, I know he like me, so I'm not about to even be mixing in all of that, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll let you know when you can come pick me back up. Or I'll just walk to your house. Because his house literally was like a block and a half away. So he was like, no, why would I let my girl be walking to the house that I walk to my house? I was like, you're a girl. So we just gone all about that. Whatever. So boom. So I go in and the first person I go to is Florida. And I was like, Florida. He was like, oh, you look good. I'm like, listen. I do not want to be in the same section with that girl. I do not want to be close to that girl. I don't care if, like, I get less sections or whatever, but let me stay on this side. Let her stay on this side. Like, I don't want to mingle with her whatsoever. So he like, what happened? I'm like, don't worry about it. Because I don't trust Florida either. But we're cool, but I still don't know what you go back and tell this girl. Because one of the bartenders had told me, like, he be playing both sides. Like, before I was here, it was a little situation that don't even really matter. But anyway, so I'm not really trusting him either. So, all right, cool. So he like, all right, well, if you need to talk, then I'm here. Blah, 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 blah. You need some tree? I was like, yeah, I actually do. Because Atlanta didn't give me none for my work shift. So Florida will always, like, I won't say always, but he knew that I blew down. So he would be having his little nephew bring me some, whatever. So he called his nephew came, he gave me some. Because mind you, we come, like, let's say if the club opened at like 10, we be there around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we be there early. So before the club started, his nephew came, I rolled up, blew down, I'm setting everything up. I need to set up first and I'm just chilling or whatever. So I'm literally by myself and I could tell that white girl is avoiding me too. And it's just like, perfect. Like, perfect. I don't. Yeah, perfect. So cool. So the side that he ended up giving her, the promoters was on that side. Now, typically, like I said before, I usually do the promoter section, but I told him specifically, like, keep me on the other side. So cool. So that night was, I won't say it's popping because what y'all think is popping, like, this club was not that. But for the club, it was a good night. Like, it was pretty popping. So it was like out of the whole club, it's probably like 10 sections, right? But typically it's only 3 or 4 sections a night. But this night it was like 6 or 7 sections that was booked. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the way that it went, I had 3 sections, and let's say she had 4 sections, but she really had 3 paying sections plus the promoter section because she was on that side. So long story short, I'm just going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. And I see the promoter like looking at me, but I'm not really saying nothing to him because that's not my section. And I just don't want to, like, I'm really just not in the mood. And I'm not like really taking shots with nobody. I'm just really doing my job. These other people, I don't know them. I'm cool. And like, I got my own hookah with Florida. We just sharing a hookah or whatever. He getting me drinks here and there. You know, I'm cool. I got my tree, but I'm not really like mixing and mingling the way that I normally do. So I'm making another hookah for one of my sections, and white girl comes in, and white girl was like, hey girl. I looked at her, she looked at me, and I just picked up the shisha and just kept doing what I was doing. Like, ain't no hey girl, like don't even think. First of all, we've been here for an hour and a half, not even an hour and a half. The club been running for an hour and a half, so we've been here for like 2-3 hours. Bro, like if you didn't say hi when you first seen me walk in, don't say hi to me now. I hate that. Like, don't wait until the middle of the shift to try to say hi to me and think I'm supposed to just act like it's normal. Like, no. And I'm pissed with you. So I'm not even pretending with you. Like, besides the fact that everything that Atlanta told me, you already was being weird all night. Telling lies to Florida, telling lies to Atlanta, and then on top of that, you're like lying to me about the whole situation that happened when I left. So I don't trust you. And quite frankly, I don't like you. So I'm not doing that, hey girl, hey, like, no, we're not doing none of that. Get out of my face and leave me alone. Do your job, okay? I'll do mine. So I'm just doing the shisha. I sent it to her, and she was like, well, I just wanted to tell you that the promoter asked for you, and I know I'm doing the section, but he said he wanted you to come over there. And I'm just doing the shisha. Getting the codes, getting everything together. And she was like, did you hear me? I said, yeah. And she just walked out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I do my little shisha, I do my rounds, and I go check on my people, everybody cool. So I'm not about to take it out on the promoter because he didn't do nothing wrong to me. So, you know, whatever. We always kind of been a vibe. So I go over to him like, hey, what's up? He was like, you good? Like, what's going on? Like, what happened to your best friend? I was like, who's my best friend? He was like, I'm just kidding. Like, you know how people be like, did your best friend pass away? Or like, you know, who hurt you? Basically type time. So I'm like, who's my best friend? I'm taking it literal. I'm like, who's my best friend? He was like, girl, just chill. I'm just, you know, come on, take a shot. You need a shot. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really trying to take no shot. He like, oh, for me? You're not trying to take no shot with me? Wow, like something really must be wrong. And I'm just like, whatever. So he was like, you know, you want to hit the blizzy? And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Because I am cool with him, but I don't really know him, and I didn't see who rolled it. I gotta see you roll it for me to be able to really enjoy myself with the session. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I got my own. He was like, well, go get yours and come, you know, whatever with me. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I just came over here because she said that you wanted me. I thought you wanted something. He was like, you know what I want. So I'm just looking at him like, what do you want? And mind you, I'm always very friendly with this person, so he just know that I got an attitude. He was like, I just want you to take a shot. Take a shot with me. Come on, like, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll take a shot with you. So I took the shot with him. I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. And he was just like, make sure you come back. Don't have me get her to come get you again. Make sure you come back. And I told him, like, please don't. Like, I'm, like, just to let you know, I'm not cool with her no more. So, like, if you want me, like, get up out your section and get me, because please do not make me interact with her. Like, I'm not cool with her. I'm not telling him why, but I'm just telling him, like, we are not cool no more, so please don't do that no more. He like, okay. Like, he was just like, okay. Because I said it like, I'm looking at him dead in my face, kind of just how I did, like, please, like, don't do that no more. Like, no. So he was like, okay. Well, just make sure you come back because I don't want to have to get on my section. I'm like, all right, cool. So I already had checked on my people, so I go back and I'm just blowing down because I feel like I need to keep a clear, not clear, because obviously when you blow down, your mind not necessarily clear, but I just need to keep a calm mood and just be chill. I'm vibing to the music. I'm chilling. I'm, you know, whatever. So Florida come back there with me. He don't blow down or whatever. So he like, you know, you want to take the hookah? I'm like, nah, I'm cool off the hookah. He like, you want a shot? I'm like, yeah, I'll take a shot. I'm like, but I'm not drunk. Like, because I'm being funny, but I'm also being serious because that's what she told him last time. He like, I know you good. I know you good. So he goes, give me a shot. He like, cheers to not letting weird people be weird in your face or something like that. He said some little joke or whatever, and I just looked at him like, okay. Like, I'm just really not in the mood, and these people have never seen me like this. Like, I'm very much, hey, y'all, hey, like, I'm very much hurt. But I was not giving that night, and I just wanted the night to be over with. But I was making money, so I wasn't like, you know, pressed or nothing. So when I say I was making money, I was probably making $150 to $200 that night. You know, it wasn't really money, but for me, that was good because some nights I'll be making $50. So like, cool. So boom. Now, mind you, I don't know if I told y'all about the little trick that she had showed me with the hookah or whatever. Now that I know she's here, like, I'm not doing that trick because I'm not letting you trick me out of my job. And I know you're going to be watching me, so I'm not doing it. Oh, man. Why y'all didn't tell me? So, yeah, so the night goes on, and it's almost time to leave. So she comes up to me, and she was like, it's real crazy how you would let somebody lie on me like that and you wouldn't defend me. So I literally had to breathe, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, are you serious? And I really was like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah. I thought we was friends, and she just kept going. And I'm like, white girl, you're weird as... Like, I literally just started going off. I'm like, you're weird as fuck. I know you told Florida this. I know you told Atlanta this. I know that you was not, like, telling the truth because why would you hang up? You never cleared the air. Like, after that whole conversation, that three-way call, I never talked to her. Like, she never tried to text me, like nothing. So I know that they was telling the truth. I like, you wanted him from the beginning. You always been weird ever since I started talking to him, and I don't want to be cool with you no more. I don't want to drink with you. I don't want to smoke with you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to do nothing with you, dog.
I don't want to see you, talk to you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing, man.
Like, no. She was like, you're gonna believe him over me, and I'm like, girl, get the fuck out of my face for real. Like, because now I feel like you're gaslighting me. Because you have not addressed anything that I said, and the next thing that come out of your mouth is, you're going to believe him over me? Yeah. Because he ain't did nothing weird to me like you. Like, so yeah, I'm going to believe him over you. So she was like, get the fuck out of your face. Like, girl, what you think you're tough? Da-da-da-da. And I said, what you're not about to do is make me smack you in your... and I lose my job. Why did I just bleep out face? What you're not about to do is make me smack you in your face and I lose my job. And she was like, you're not going to smack nobody. Do you know where I'm from? I'm from California. And I said, I'm from Delaware. I'm from Delaware, because what do California got to do with anything? What you a gangbanger? What, you from Compton? Like, girl, you're from the Valley somewhere, I'm sure. But I don't know where she's from in California. But, girl, you never gave tough. So, and I probably never gave tough neither, but don't play with her. Like, no. I'm like, I'm from Delaware. Stop playing with me. So, Florida comes in there. He like, what's going on? Like, because, like, I don't know if I explained this. I think I did. But where Florida's hookah be, where he really be chilling at most of the night, is near the hookah room, and this is where we arguing in the hookah room. He like, what's going on? He was, and white girl was like, you better get your little friend. You better get your little friend, because you know I don't play around. Like, she's getting real hype. He's like, real hype. And I'm like, girl, what you want to do is calm down. Like, what you want to do is calm down, period. So, Florida, like, kind of like, come on, white girl. Come on, get out of here. And kind of got her out of here. And, like, I don't know where they went because I'm still in the hookah room. I'm cleaning the hookahs at this point because now I just need to run my money and get up out of here. So, Florida comes back and was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, you can just stay checking on her. He like, no, I just needed her to get out your face because I know she's weird. I don't think that I'm taking her side and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, listen, I'm just trying to get up out of here. So, can you count my money? Like, because it's a whole big thing. We gotta wait. They let the bartenders go in front of us and da-da-da-da. Can you count my money so I'm all accounted for? And I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm not wiping nothing down. I'm not doing nothing. I'm cleaning these hookahs and I'm leaving. Like, because I'm really about to smack the out of this girl. He like, calm down, calm down, calm down. You got your treat? I'm like, yeah, and I don't care about it right now. Like, I don't care about that right now. I am just like really ready to go. So like, don't worry about it. Let me count your money right here. Like, let me count your money. So I gave him the money. He counted the money. And he like, all right, cool. He wrote it down. He got me down. He took what he needed to take. And I got what I needed to get. And it was cool. Because they would take a little bit of money out of our money. Our little bit of money that we got. Now, if we made like $50, they would leave us alone. But if we made more than 50, they would take a little cut or whatever. So, cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm washing these hookahs. And I'm not saying bye to nobody. I'm out of here. So, do you got me? Like, because the owners really did not play about people leaving early, but listen, I will not be coming back if I don't leave early. So he like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to stay right here. Make sure that she don't even come near you when you ready to go. I'm going to walk you out. I'm like, listen, I don't need you to walk me out, but make sure that I do not come into contact with that girl again for the night. And listen, you can let her have tomorrow night, but for the rest of the like time here, like I do not want to work with her, period. Like I don't want to work with her. So, cool. So, I'm texting my man, come now, or I'm walking home. So, he like, what's wrong? And I text him again, come now, or I'm walking to your house. Like, period. So, he was like, on my way. On my way. That's why I liked Atlanta so much in the beginning because, like, he really gave the vibes that he did not play about me. And, like, he was definitely masculine, but he also gave, like, I'm going to let you think that you run this. Like, I'm going to let you think that you got this and you running this. And I like that for my ninjas. I love that for them. So anyway, I'm like, all right, Florida, I'm leaving because he was right there. I'm like, all right, I'm done washing my hookahs. I'm out of here. So he was like, all right, you need me to walk you out? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm out. So I'm like, just text me if I can work tomorrow. But again, because I don't want to feel like nobody's playing favoritism for me. I did work all last weekend by myself. I made a couple dollars this weekend. So I'm cool if you want to let her work and then she do one day next week. I do one day, whatever you want to do. But I do not want to work with this girl no more, period. So cool. I go outside. I go to Atlanta. So Atlanta like, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, can we go? Because he just sitting there and I'm like, can we go? Like, I just want to go. So he like, all right, cool. I got one roll for you. My nigga. Like, okay, cool. Because I'm rolling my regular little, and I'm not making them that big because it's just a personal. My baby got a baby leg in the backwood, and that's what I need right now. I need a baby leg in the back row, and I need 3 shots, okay? That's what I need. So I'm like, cool. So it was like freshly, like it wasn't even lit yet. So I lighted it. I'm just blowing it down. I'm just like, we riding. I'm just like, yo, I literally almost smacked that girl, like literally. And I'm just telling him everything that happened. He like, yo, like she's crazy. Like, I don't even understand her. Like, she's so weird. I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you from the Waffle House how weird she was. And I didn't even know how weird she was until this whole situation. Because mind you, I never really was hanging out with her outside of work. And that's why some people who you work with just need to stay as people who you work with. Again, you can find genuine friendships in the workplace, but it's like just a little more than rare. Like, it's not the rarest thing to do, but it's not really the most common thing to do because y'all could be cool for a while, but it's like certain things, it's just like, this is not even my type of person. I'm just blinded by the fact that we spent all this time together inside of the workplace and you on your quote unquote best behavior. And then when I get you outside, it's like, what is going on? So anyway, I'm talking to him about that and we just like, enjoyed the rest of our night. And she didn't text me, she didn't call me, and that was that. But I literally, like, I wanted to whoop her ass for everything. Like, for everything. It wasn't just over Atlanta. It was over you being a weird BICCH. It was over you lying on me to multiple people. And it was over you playing with my man. Like, why are you playing with my man? Like, I just don't understand why you would do that. Why would you put yourself in that type of situation? And then it's like, you try to get buck with me. So yeah, y'all, that's really the end of the story. Nothing really happened after that with me and white girl. I really didn't have too much communication with her outside of that. We did work together a couple times. It was like 2 or 3 weekends that went by that we didn't work together. And then I told Florida at this point, like, I don't want to miss no money off of her. I won't say nothing to her, but like, we didn't have no real interaction after that. And then she eventually, I don't know if she got fired or if she just moved back to California, but I never seen that girl again. But she was so weird. Probably, definitely top 3 weirdest people I ever met in my life. Like, as far as people who's supposed to be my homegirls and all of that. I'm just like, I really thought that this boy was lying, because why? Like, who would do that? Like, you got to be some type of real weird bitch to really, yeah, I don't be trying to cuss, but sometimes I be getting heated in the moment. I live these story times over when I'm telling them to y'all, because I don't know, I don't be thinking about this stuff until I'm thinking about something to tell to y'all. And then it's like, I be feeling the same emotions all over again. And I just have to express myself. I'm not trying to cuss, but she was a weird bitch. Like, she was really weird. And the thing about it is, like, why you didn't just tell me that you wanted him? Because I didn't want Atlanta that bad. Like, when we first met each other, I'd have been cool with like, oh no, my homegirl want to talk to you or whatever. I'd have been cool with doing that if you really was that pressed. But I feel like it was because she always felt like she could get ninjas with money, and he always was spending it, and she felt that she had the wrong dude. Like, she felt that. And when she was seeing our energy towards each other, we was definitely vibing. Like, when she seen that, that's when I feel like she really realized, like, yo, I gotta get that man. Like, one way or another, whether I'm his side piece or what, like, I need a piece of him. And my man was solid, stood 10 toes down for his baby girl. Until he didn't. Say nah. He didn't really do nothing that was bad towards me, but he just got weird. And we'll talk about that. That's not gonna be my next story time, because I got another one that I want to tell y'all. But we're going to bring Atlanta, going to come back in the mix later on. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.